Crafty Mom with another FFG Originals. This week we are going to show you how to hydro dip. Here's a list of what you need. Okay, for this project, as you can tell, we are outside since we will be using spray paint. You need to have an oil-based spray paint. Found the ones that usually have the primer in them is the oil-based. So, you know, shake really well. But before you do it, depending on what you're doing, you're going to need to put a base coat, which is, this is one we're using for today. Just put a base coat of, I think it's French lilac on it. When I first started trying to do this, I used plastic bottles, whatever, you know, was going in the recycling bin to test before I did anything else. I've done some cups, as you can see here. When you do those, you have to tape off your areas on your cup, especially around the top, and then put your top in a plastic bag, smush it down, because you want to make sure you're not getting any paint on the inside where you'll be drinking. Okay, now we're going to start adding our paint to our bucket of water, which we're fixing to go over to the right. And I have previously shook up all my paint, so it's good to go. But, you know, just give it another good shake. I have 3 different shades of purple and a white. I started with the dark. I don't know, can the cameraman see the water? And as you know from spray paint, it can get smelly. I did a light, dark kind of ratio is what I did. You can put it in here however. And you can see that the rings start forming, and you can just kind of play around with where you want different colors. This was once a white bucket at the top, but as you can tell, with all my practicing, and it comes away. And be careful not to make little water bubbles though if you can. And let's see. But if you need to really, I tend to do better if you pull it back and not go straight down, because then it can make the water bounce up. I did that purposely so y'all could see it do it. Okay. The wind is not being very nice to us at the moment. Okay. Now, depending on how you prefer to do this, you can do it gloveless, with gloves. I had tried like with rubber gloves you'd use in a doctor's office, and I got paint all over me still. So from there I went to gloves like you would wash dishes in, clean your house, since they came up higher on your arm. Okay, now you're going to make a swirly pattern. Take a pencil and you're just going to pull the paint in towards the middle and pull out. Of course, this has happened before. When I've done others, I just wipe that extra paint off and go right back. And of course, it is wanting to glue up bad this morning. Don't know why, but it is glooping. So, I may have to put more paint in here and then start over. Or I may have enough of a whirl. Let's see here if I can get this to whirl away from there. We're going to see. Something didn't go right, so. But that's okay. Accidents happen. Of course, get your glove in the way and you end up with purple fingers. That's the reason you wear gloves. And I don't know if the humidity will have anything to do with how it turns out. I've done it both This will be the only time really doing it in the middle of the day. I usually do it first thing in the morning when it's cool outside. Since we live in the south and this time of year is warm. Okay, I'm going to try this again. This swirl it. Let's see. Get our pencil back out here. Okay. And you're just going to kind of drag it across. It's doing better this time. And you're just going to make a swirly wherever you want it to go. Okay. Now, since we already have our gloves on, take whatever you're going to be dipping, and we're going to immerse it into the swirl pattern. I don't know, can the cameraman see the swirl? Okay, you're going to go right down in the middle of it, and the paint's going to come to you. You're going to take a stick, or a stirrer, or anything, and get this excess paint that may have attracted to the sides off, and you're going to slowly pull out. It didn't get on one side that well, but that's okay. And there is the finished product. You'll need to let it dry a few hours, and then, as you can tell, the back side didn't do so well. I can always do it again later, or I may just decide to leave it that way. Doesn't matter. Thanks everyone for watching, and have a good day.